I recently got my hands on the M4 MacBook Pro and I wanted to share how it performs for programming. Whether you're into web development, machine learning, or app development, we'll explore its capabilities in this video. Before I start the test, I want to specify that this is the base model 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro with 10-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 16GB unified memory, and 512GB SSD storage. As usual, because this is a MacBook, I like to start with Xcode. As expected with a new MacBook of this caliber, using Xcode is a very smooth experience and running the simulator on personal projects shows no issues at all. To get a more standardized measure of performance, I used the Xcode benchmark project from GitHub. This repository provides benchmark results from other popular Apple computers for easy comparison. Before running the benchmark test, it's important to follow the instructions by turning off the Wi-Fi, disabling all software running at startup, updating the battery settings, and rebooting the MacBook. With the MacBook plugged in, I can now run the test. The M4 MacBook Pro ran the test in 140 seconds. For comparison, the 13-inch M3 MacBook Pro ran it in 137 seconds. If you're into web development, a MacBook is an excellent choice. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I recommend opting for 16GB of unified memory, as this allows you to run multiple programs simultaneously and manage large code bases efficiently. To evaluate performance, I ran the Speedometer browser benchmark. This test simulates user interactions with demo web applications such as adding to-do items to measure responsiveness. The M4 MacBook Pro got a score of 585 runs per minute. For comparison, the M3 MacBook Pro got a score of 481 runs per minute. And with the improved Speedometer 3.0 version of this benchmark test, the M4 MacBook Pro got a score of 48.9. For comparison, the 15-inch M3 MacBook Air got a score of 40.2. Because this test is new, I do not have previous results from other MacBook Pros. Given the popularity of AI and Python, I ran some Python benchmark tests. The PyPerformance Benchmark Suite evaluates execution times for tasks like numerical computations, string manipulations, and JSON parsing. So let's run the test. The performance run took 1 hour and 4 minutes to complete the whole thing. I have not done this test before, so I do not have previous results for comparison. When it comes to Python benchmarks, I always like to run the Python Mandelbrot algorithm as it stresses the CPU to test how powerful it is. The 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro ran the Mandelbrot algorithm in only 35 seconds. For comparison, the M3 MacBook Pro ran it in 40 seconds. Next, I ran the TensorFlow autoencoder test. Before running the test, I first made sure to set up the development environment using Anaconda, as this is a popular Python package manager. The autoencoder ran the 10 input images and it took the neural network only 16 seconds to reconstruct these images. For comparison, the M3 MacBook Air ran it in 17 seconds. For programmers, SSD speed is crucial as it impacts boot times, file transfers, and handling large code bases. Some Apple Silicon MacBooks have had SSD speed issues, so I always verify this. Using the Blackmagic SSD speed test, the M4 MacBook Pro average read speeds around 3000 MB per second and write speeds around 3400 MB per second. So whether you're multitasking across IDEs or running resource-intensive applications, the M4 MacBook Pro SSD keeps workflow smooth and efficient. The M4 MacBook Pro offers excellent external monitor support, capable of driving up to two 6K displays at 60Hz or a single 8K display thanks to its powerful M4 chip and advanced GPU. With 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports and an upgraded HDMI 2.1 port, connecting high-resolution monitors is seamless, making it ideal for those who rely on multi-monitor setups for coding, debugging, or testing. That was all for today's video. Let me know if you plan on getting the M4 MacBook Pro for programming. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.